Okay, shouts out to Tara B. But after watching sisters her comment on the dating scene and being out in the dating world, remember, I'm looking at the fact that older females messing with younger men messing with younger females want excuse me, younger females wanting older men. But now, after I've done listened to just, I'm gonna bring up just four females. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna bad talk nobody or nothing like that. But I'm still forced to believe that women, it don't matter what real age they are, they really don't know what they want. A woman really doesn't know what she wants. You know what I'm saying? As I sit up here and I listen to the women and I listen to the ladies on what they're saying, on what they want, what they don't want, who they want to deal with, younger men, older men, men that are they age. I'm looking at women in general, and I'm just telling y'all, sisters, y'all really don't know what you want. Let's go in this. She's talking about older brothers. Let's get into this.
Why he's still outside of his big old age. And why he can't partner with women his age. Okay, it's not just preference. It's not because he just likes younger women. When you really get involved with a man who is significantly older than you, that insight comes so fast, right? His like.
So she's in her mid 40s, and she's talking about a brother that's older than her. You know what I'm saying? She's at that age to where the younger men, they hollering at her. Brothers her age are hollering at her, but she chooses to go with an older man because she's already then seen the younger man. They can't do it for her. The men her age can't do it for her. Now she's talking about an older man. Okay, brings me back to the conclusion that a woman will never be happy and you never can satisfy a woman. This is what men are thinking. You know what I'm saying? Me, in my own life, with my dealings with the opposite sex, I always said in my 20s that a woman really doesn't know what she wants. Is it the fact that she don't know what she like? Is it the fact that she'll sit here and she'll be with somebody and then their ways or their customs, she grows bored of it? Is that the modern woman now? She gets in a relationship and then she gets bored with it and she just moves on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta imagine this is a real topic of a real life situations that's happening and taking place in the world with the opposite sex. Okay, I understand relationships, man and a woman. A man wants to be married. A woman wants to have a man wants to have a family. A woman wants to have children. Is that the case? When will a woman be satisfied? That's the real. Can you satisfy a woman?
Of maturity, his inconsideration, his mentality about relationships and marriage, his worldviews, his outlooks and perspectives, his heart posture, the way that he moves, the way that he talks, the way that he sees women and his opinions about women, what he feels like his role is in the home and how he chooses to show up for women, right? All of those things become mighty obvious as soon as you get caught up. It's all fun and thrills until you realize, oh snap, this is why nobody wants this. Dating older men feel like an upgrade until you realize why he's still outside of his big old age.
Still to the conclusion, you know what I'm saying? I'm still to the conclusion that some women, you can never make them happy. You can never satisfy them. You know what I'm saying? You could never satisfy them at all. I'm not seeing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing it. Okay, let's get a little bit deeper into this. Now, you heard the previous sister. She said that an older man is stuck in his ways. He's not going to show up for his woman. His heart posture is all messed up. But what about the opposite side? What about the things that she's doing? Ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? I see that people are so quick to point a finger on what the next person is doing. But what about what they are doing? Okay, it's all good. You can sit up here and say 1,000 different things on what the next person is doing. But what are you doing inside of that relationship? A lot of women, they just drift from man to man to man to man to boy to man. And it just is a never ending story that never stops because they themselves don't know their self-worth. They don't have their own self-love to where they love themselves. They don't have the confidence within themselves to where they have to lean on another person for that same validation that they should already have on their self-worth. How you gonna love somebody and you don't even know how to love yourself? How can you be in love with someone if you don't even know yourself? But back to the topic at hand. Older women, younger women don't really want. Okay, let me go back. Why is the question why older man a mess with a younger woman? Because they don't have all that baggage. The same things that the woman said about the older man is the same thing that a younger woman say. She'll say about a young man. You know what I'm saying? She'll say that same exact thing. That's why I'm sitting here saying, when is it a point to where you can make a woman happy if she's not happy herself? And if she's not happy in the woman that she is, then she'll always be looking. She'll always be searching. It says in the word of God that your eyes will never be satisfied. Your ears will never be satisfied. Your taste will never be satisfied. You will always want. You will always search. You will always desire certain things if you yourself are not self-fulfilled. When you get into a relationship, you already have to be self-fulfilled. There is nothing that's inside of this world that can fulfill you unless it be the love of God. If you don't got God in your life, you're not going to be fulfilled. So a man never fulfill you. A woman never fulfill you. The job, the cars, the house, the money, the clothes, none of those things will ever fulfill you if you don't have God. Y'all have to imagine. We were made in the image of God to please God, to worship God, to honor God. He said that that's the only thing that'll ever fulfill anybody. It doesn't matter who that individual is. So when I see men and women and they constantly getting in a relationship, out of relationship, in a relationship, out of relationship, that lets me know that they themselves are not fulfilled. They don't have that fulfillment. They need an outside source of validation. And even though they have the outside validation, that can only last for a little bit. And they'll just move on to the next thing. But let's get back into this. Why are women my age? You seen what the sister said. The sister my age. She went with the brothers. I'm already saying she went with the younger brothers. She didn't find love. She went with the brothers my age. She didn't find love. She went with brothers that's old enough to be her daddy, and she still wasn't satisfied. Why is that? It makes me ask the question that you can't satisfy some people because they themselves are not self-fulfilled. The only thing that'll fulfill a human being is not the cars. It's not the clothes. It's not the money. It's not the relationship. It's not the jewelry. It's not the fame. It's not the fortune. It's not the mansion. It's not the $1 billion. It's not the big dollar. God is the only thing that will fulfill a human person because we were made in his image to please him. We can't please ourselves and be satisfied. Pleasing God is the only thing that'll fill that empty void inside of a person, a human being, a man or a woman. It doesn't matter how handsome that you are. Sister, it doesn't matter how beautiful you are. Brother, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Sister, it don't matter what kind of car you drive. Sister, it doesn't matter what kind of job you have. Brother, it doesn't matter what kind of home you live in or what's in your bank account. Those things are futile. Those things are the things that's dying and passing away in the world. The only thing that'll ever stand in the world, the only thing that'll ever stand in this world that nobody can ever take away is the word of God. And you need that same word of God to fulfill yourself. There is no tangible object in the natural world that will satisfy a human. What do you mean, Jehoshaphat? What do you mean? If I took you to your favorite restaurant and got you your favorite steak, the next day you wouldn't even, if I took you to that same restaurant and bought you that same steak, you wouldn't even want it because you've already had it. Now your taste buds is going, you know what I'm saying? Your taste buds, you want something different. You know what I'm saying? You're not satisfied. I can take you over to you can have no clothes at all. You just got some bummy clothes. I could take you over to a clothing store and buy you all the fine clothes. A year later, you will look at them clothes like they're just clothes that you will put on your body. A man and a woman are not satisfied by the things outside of themselves. It's the things that they are willing to put in themselves. And whatever that they put in themselves, for a man speaketh from the abundance of his heart, is who they are. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at these women and men, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that they'll ever be satisfied. I don't think so. Okay, let's get more into this.
35-ish range, even a little younger than 30, they are a lot more mature than a lot of these men who are 45 and up.
Yeah.
Lady, that is impossible. That is impossible. You know what I'm saying? What you are saying, everything that she say, I would have to denounce it, because I'm looking at it like, lady, what are you just talking just to be talking? You know what I'm saying? Are you just talking just to be talking? You know what I'm saying? Are you validating the fact that you just like younger men? If you just like younger men, just say it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to put other men down. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to put us down because you choose a younger man. That is your thing. That is what you want. You can't sit up here and say that men of my caliber, of my age, that we don't got our stuff together, and we didn't had our stuff together even when we was younger than them. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Even when we was in our 30s, we still had our stuff together. When we was in our 20s, we still had our stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But will a man settle for no help? If a man got to go out there in the world and he got to work a 9 to 5 and he got to pay all them bills, the man is still going to need help when he come to the home prompt. And that's been a lot of men of my caliber. We ain't had no help like that. So, lady, what are you talking about? I mean, that, you know what I'm saying? As far as in your other sisters, they ain't do nothing. They wasn't doing nothing. They wasn't building nothing. We're used to taking care of somebody else and not being taken care of ourselves. Lady, what is you talking about?
They're not stuck in their ways.
Yeah,
they are very flexible. They open doors. They know how to date. They are actually hunters like men used to be.
Yeah.
They're calling, they're texting, they're love bugs. They want to get married. They're all
They ain't like the old school. That we the old guard. We the hunters.
Yeah, and let me say this.
Well, nah, sister, let me say this. Now, you a younger woman, you a older woman messing with a younger man. How long you think that's gonna last? How long? You know what I'm saying? It's going to come a point to where you're going to get old and he's still going to be young and he's still going to want another female. So that's what happens to a woman my age that picks a younger man. She's already old. You know what I'm saying? She's already an older woman. Eventually, over a period of time, that young man is going to leave that woman for a younger version. Why is that? Because a lot of she'll sit there just like the two females that say all the baggage that they would say that a older man of my caliber have, but they themselves have the same baggage. They have you wonder why an older man choose a younger woman is because the baggage that an older woman carries. They can sit there and say that we have baggage. Okay, if that's the case, that'll be. But y'all have the same baggage as well. You just can't say that, oh, I ain't got no baggage. I ain't got no baggage. I did everything right. I'm perfect. No, we live in an imperfect world with imperfect people. So if that older man of my age got all of that baggage, you yourself, ma'am, have the same baggage that the older man has. And it's already been said. The younger man, he's going to grow. He's going to get older. He's not going to look at you the same way. It's a beautiful thing when you can grow old with the one that you love, when you can grow old with them. But 9 times out of 10, that doesn't happen.
Not only women, but men in their 30s are the new generation that don't have baby mamas. You'll be surprised at how not thirsty for sex and women these younger men are. Meaning like
That's a lie. That is a lie. A younger man can't really control his sexual urges like that. The brothers, you know what I'm saying? The brothers that's in my caliber that's been married in the past and then had children and had all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? We're the ones that are sexually controlled. Meaning, we know how to control ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're not some big man whores. We're not whoremongers. We're not out here spreading our seed across the 7 seas. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But then a younger man is, because he's sowing his wild oats. He has to. He's a young man. You know what I'm saying? That's the part of living right there for a man.
They are literally saying, if we can't date, or if we can't have some type of out of the bed romance, I'm turned off. There's so many young men here are like, women are just throwing the pussy at me. Versus back in the day, it was men were the were chasing the cat. And that's a turn on for me. And you have the older men who are just kind of like, look. Kind of like you're saying, I'm working, I'm doing me, what you see is what you get. And I definitely want the intimacy as far as sex with you, but I'm not sure if I can commit. I'm not sure if my old ways will allow me to maneuver or to transform into what's needed for a relationship. And you're finding, studies have shown, the older woman and younger guy is having the higher success rate when it comes to a healthy marriage and happiness.
Why she just can't say she like younger man? Why she can't say that she just don't want to deal with older men that's my age? Why she just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Why she gotta throw us under the bus? You know what I'm saying? Just because she like a younger man. I'm not gonna sit up here and throw nobody under the bus. I like whatever the hell I like. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to define that. I don't have to sit up there and demonstrate hatred towards the other opposite sex because I'm not attracted to them like that. It don't even work like that for a man. A man is attracted to a woman that's a little bit younger than him and a woman that's older than him. That will never change. You know what I'm saying? That will never change. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes back to the woman, she ain't got to be so evil like that. She just got to stand on her business of what she want. You know what I'm saying? She has all them young men that see that woman and they get at her. You know what I'm saying? She has a lot of older men that get at her. She got men her age that get at her, but it's the whole point that she likes a younger man so she can be fulfilled. That's what she want. But at the same time, I gotta reintegrate. God is the only one that's gonna fulfill any of us. It doesn't matter if we a man or a woman. It doesn't matter if we rich or we poor. We're dumb, we're stupid, we're strong, we're weak. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The only one that's gonna fulfill a human being, a man or a woman, is God himself. And if you are missing God inside of you, for he dwells in our temple, he asks and he begs and he pleads to come to dwell with a man or a woman living inside of them as they being the vessel so he can dwell inside of their temple. If they don't got God inside of them, it's an actual thing. I'm not sitting here playing with you. I'm not pulling your leg. I'm not trying to manipulate you. I'm not trying to trick you. The reason why so many different people are unfulfilled in life is because they're not walking with God, and then they don't have God in them to be fulfilled. You can have all the money. You know what I'm saying? I could sit up here. I could have every bit of Jeff Bezos money and Elon Musk money, and I still won't be satisfied. That won't bring me no happiness like that. Sure, I have all the fine, extravagant things in life, but far as in the internal inside of a man, I will not be satisfied. I will not be fulfilled if God does not dwell inside of my temple. He has to be living and breathing in you, shining forth his light out of your being. You know what I'm saying? That's why he say that we are the light of the world. We are the salt of the earth. It's because he's in us.
I beg your pardon?
The older woman and younger man. They're finding that success rate has actually outdid the older man and younger woman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And think about it, Shannon, though, the older women, we actually keep ourselves up a lot better than the generation of older women did
Yeah, for sure.
prior to us, right? And so we are working out. And of course, there's other augmentations that can be done. I'm not knocking nobody that women are willing to do. The self-care is there. Women are taking care of their skin. I mean, it's a whole other world for women right now in the sense of how they keep themselves up. And so there is no competition for us.
I think it's bad because you got the women of my age that's getting at the younger man. What about the younger sister? She just ain't got nobody, huh? You know what I'm saying? She can't get a brother that's her age because they're too busy messing with women my age. She can't get she can't get too much of a older brother, because that would make that man the age of her, like her father or something. You know what I'm saying? She can't date the older crowd. So I look at it strange, like it's kind of a part of selfish on women that's my age like that. Not all, but it's kind of selfish on females in general, because you're not leaving no other. You'll sit there and tell the younger girl not to mess with a man of my age, but you're messing with her dude, the dudes of her age. So what does that leave that girl? She got to date her damn grandfather. You know what I'm saying? It's like the females of this age, they want the younger man, the men in the middle, and the older man. They want everybody. You know what I'm saying? They want all the men. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want one demographic of the men. They want all of them. And that's messed up, because they at their sexual height and their sexual prowess, and they can get whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? So they sit up there and tell a younger woman, don't mess with the men's my age. But then you sitting over there messing with the dudes her age. That does not make any sense.
When it comes to young women, because we really are those women, like that 35 to 45. And I've even seen women at 55. I'm like,
Yeah.
sis,
I think so.
what are you doing? And Tracy Ellis is one of them.
Oh, man.
Most of the women who are gorgeous and still doing their thing and have that glow, they ain't been married and they don't have no kids. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We out here glowing.
Yeah, that's a lot of y'all like that.
Not stressed.
But it'll continue to be that way unless she is willing to submit, and the clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying? The clock is ticking. So what are they doing? They don't want to submit. They think that they can mess with younger men for all the rest of their life. They're getting old. Eventually, it don't matter how that relationship play out and how good it is. Eventually, over time, that man is he's going to start looking around, because he himself is still young, but she has become 20 years older. This sister right here is about 47, 48 years old. And the next 20 years, she ain't even going to be in a position to where she is going to want to be out there playing the field like that. So I look at it like, if she don't settle herself down, she's going to grow old by herself. You know what I'm saying? She's going to be at that age to where ain't nobody going to be checking for her. Every woman reaches an age to where ain't nobody going to be checking for them like that. It's sad to say, you know what I'm saying? It's sad to say a younger woman will always want security from a man. So she'll always come around that older man. She want that security. She want that roof over her head. She want that money. She want that cars. So unless a woman is willing to do that for a young man,
Stressed out.
Yeah.
Very sexual, very happy, very loving, very rich, very well taken care of. Dating. No, having our way. Very happy.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that.
look what she said, having her way. Having her way, meaning when she entered that relationship with that younger man, she gonna be running the house. He's gonna be looking up to her like she mama. How long that's gonna play out before that man reaches his maturity to where he see his self-worth, to where he ain't gonna want to be dictated and ordered around like that. They get out the relationships with the older man so they don't have to be the help me. Then they go into the other, and I'm not saying this for all my sisters. Sister, you listening? You like your man. You know what I'm saying? Not all sisters is like that. But the ones that being spoken, talking pieces for other women, them women right there will never be satisfied. They will never be satisfied. They will always, and when I repeat, always be in and out of relationships because they are not willing to submit to they man, you know what I'm saying? To they man. So all they gonna do is sit up here and talk trash about men in general. Okay, this same time next year, this sister is going to be sitting up here talking about how she don't want to mess with no younger man no more. How she looking for a mature man. How she want a stable man. How she want a man that's dependable. How she want a man that she can rely on. This is why I say I do not think that some women know what the hell they want. They'll always want something else. This is the new trend. This is the new fad for 2025 and this year. What is this woman going to be saying next year?
There's not happy marriages, because there are.
Sure.
But when you choose from that place,
Yeah.
you calibrate like-minded, like vibrational energy. You're less likely to get somebody who is not happy, who's not healthy. You repel a man who's out there womanizing and doing certain things because that man also knows he can't sustain that quality of woman.
That's cold Shannon.
Sister, I still believe you don't know what you want.
I brought you outside to tell you cannot walk around my man with this robe on. I don't know if you have clothes under there or not. Do not walk around my man with the robe on, okay? Angela? Because you don't... You're not a child, you're 18. I don't want you walking... You need to dress appropriately. No, I'm reining up you. You need to dress appropriately, okay?
Was she wrong? Was she wrong for telling her niece that she gonna have to put some clothes on her body? I don't think so. I think she's in the right. You know what I'm saying? I think that she is in the right for telling her niece that you need to, all out of respect, you know what I'm saying? All out of respect, you got to put some clothes on in this house. Was she wrong for that? Okay, let's get back into the topic.
That's my doctor's appointment, y'all. But what got me tripped up, they asked me, like, are you using anything for contraceptives? Baby, I'm not fucking these niggas. These niggas? No, man.
I find myself sometimes in this trap because I'm self-sufficient. I'm self-reliable. I'm self-fulfilled. You know what I'm saying? I'm self-fulfilled in my life. You know what I'm saying? I've been walking with God so much to where I'm scared to bring somebody in my life because I don't know what God is going to do to them. God want me all to himself. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that personally through the experiences of my life, of what I've been going through in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? If I get too close to somebody, I don't know what God is going to do to that person. You know what I'm saying? They'd be like, Jehoshaphat, why you don't choose to mingle? Jehoshaphat, why you ain't got that many friends like that? Because I don't know what my God is going to do to that person. God wants me. He wants me and him. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I try to bring somebody around me or I try to get closer to people, what is God going to do with his jealousy? I found out that God wants me all to himself. I'm not going to be the reason why somebody be exited off of this damn earth just because I wanted a friend. I wanted a friend around me. No, I have seen too much. Am I saying God is wrong? Nuh-uh. All I'm saying is that I'm the bride of Christ. You know what I'm saying? This is a marriage. This is a matrimony with me and God. I'm under his wing. You know what I'm saying? This is why I choose to be single. This is why I choose, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. Now, as far as in relationships, I've told my brothers and sisters, what is your greatest fight with the devil? I'm up over here fighting the devil over a relationship because he does not want to see me with more children. If my children and their destiny, that they have all the cool things and all the great things that they gonna do for God, the devil don't want me having no more seeds like that, so they can do even more things for God. So I've been fighting, and I'm unapologetically truth. So I'm not going to sit up here and hold anything back, and I'm not going to lie to you or feel a sense, oh, I can't say that. Oh, I'm going to scare somebody. Oh, they going to think this. Oh, they going to think that. When you talking the truth and it's your own truth of what you facing, you have no problem with telling the next person what you going through like that. You can look at it as a testimony. So I've been fighting the devil. You know what I'm saying? The devil has done every single thing in his power to stop me from getting the things that I want. So I got to fight the devil. You know what I'm saying? Just to have this woman come around me like that because he does not want to see me with her. Doesn't. I've been fighting him a long time, and you can only imagine. And I say it again. You can only imagine some of the things that I have been in around this situation that I'm so free and so openly to talk about. Fighting the evil, fighting the wicked that's in this world. How does that look like? It looks like a gang of different situations to where I'm fighting out in the damn street over love. But I feel the sister right here. I feel every single thing that she's saying. I feel everything that she's talking about because I am self-fulfilled.
Life where you are such a homebody to the point where you be like, oh my gosh, I really need to probably go outside or at least go mingle with people, and then you go do it and you be like, nah, never mind, that's why I stay at home. Listen, have y'all
Sorry, did my cart hit your cart? I'm so sorry about that.